Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I know this morning I was supposed to do a mental health video, but I'm changing it up for right now. I'll post one later. I'll talk about it later. But right now I'm just gonna talk about the incident in Tampa. If you don't know, this weekend, Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, there was a city bus driver that got stabbed in the neck and unfortunately died. And I'm sure you're all wondering, why is she talking about this? How does this affect her and her depression and her life? And the fact is, it affects me very close. It does. Both of my parents are city bus drivers. We're not in Tampa, but we're in Minnesota. And this last year has been really hard one, because there's been so many incidents here in Minnesota of bus drivers getting beaten up. And unfortunately the law has not been on many of their sides. And neither has the company. And it's been hard. It's been really hard. It's been a struggle. The law has been taking the sides of the criminals over the victims, which is crazy to think of. And I get it. There's a lot of mental health issues that are out there. I get it. A lot of these people that have beaten up these drivers, they are mentally unstable. I get it. But that does not mean that they should get a free ride. Not at all. They shouldn't. If they're doing this to other people because they can, then they need help. And it's hard when you know very well our health system is broken. And now our criminal system is broken. And it's like, it's frustrating. It's just frustrating. There's not enough people in this world that are common, decent people. And it's unfortunate, because we need people like that to stand up to people that need their bullies and help those that need help, like those that have mental health issues. I'm not saying at all step in and beat the living crud out of somebody, but help them out. Help them out by diffusing the situation and just helping out people out. And it's frustrating to know that people aren't doing anything like that. And almost a year ago, my dad got beat up just by helping out his fellow coworker. That was it. He was helping out a coworker that was dealing with a patron that was being rude towards her. And he stepped up and said, "Hey, can you move out of the way and let people on the bus and off the bus?" And, walked away and turned around and got punched in the face. Really? Like, it messed my dad up. It messed him up. My dad was hurt. My dad was seriously hurt. And it broke him. And he had dentures, and his dentures broke, and he had to get new dentures, and he had a concussion, which means he had a vertigo, and he had just a lot of issues going on. And I get at work at the time there was a system that they had that he could go to his coworkers and his bosses and stuff, and go for them for help and support. But I don't feel as though they were equipped enough to help him, that he needed to get help. And we're coming up on a year next month in June, and it's scary because he went back to work in October, and I knew he wasn't ready. I knew he wasn't ready to go back to work that soon, even though he felt ready for it. I knew he wasn't ready, but I supported him, and it seriously freaked me out each time he went to work, because there wasn't any changes being made. There wasn't anything for him to feel safe, and for us as his family members to feel safe and him at work. And so it was frustrating. It was seriously frustrating. And then, I find out that more people after him were getting beat up just because nothing was being done. My dad's abuser, he was put in jail. He was caught the next day. He was put in jail, and he ended up getting probation. And if he messes up one time, he goes to jail for 3 years, which, sorry, a year and a day. Sorry, I was hoping for 3 years. Sorry, no. He's on probation for, I think it's 3 years. Yeah, 3 years for probation, and then it's a year and a day, which will end up being about 8 months in jail if he messes up in this 3-year time. But I mean, it doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't solve anything. And but this last month has been hard on my dad, and he has come to terms with it. He's actually on leave right now to get help, which is wonderful, because he's had some incidents at work that should not have happened to him. But things happen, and he's come to terms that he went back to work too early, and he wasn't mentally and emotionally ready for it. And so he's getting help, and I'm very proud of him for getting help and realizing that he needed the help back then too. But he's getting it now, which is good, before things gotten too worse for him. But so yes, when I traveled back to Tampa, I wished my parents that things would get worse before things changed. Before policies in the transit, in the city bus companies would change anything. Someone would get severely hurt, if not killed. And I said this months ago, that someone would either be on death's doorstep or be dead before somebody did anything. And I'm hoping now that somebody would do something now. I'm hoping that this family of this poor man and now will have a voice and go, listen, look at this. This happened out of the blue. I don't personally know the situation for the Tampa bus driver. All this is brand new. It just happened just this weekend. And, they haven't released anything. They're looking at things over, they're investigating anything. But the man that did this, he is in jail. Okay, the suspect who did this is in jail. And, it's frustrating to people because I was listening to the interview that one of the passengers on this bus said, and she said, I ride this bus all the time, and I have nothing but great bus drivers on there. They're respectful, they're kind, they're nice. I take my 9-month-old child on the bus, and for this person to do this to this man is horrible, and I won't go on a bus anymore. For her to say that is so true and so sad, because I know very, very well that there's millions of other people in this country that are doing the same exact thing. Other drivers are getting beat up. Other drivers are getting bodily harmed, physically and emotionally harmed each and every single day. But nothing's being done about it. The only thing that's being done is they're losing the good passengers, and are getting more and more of these passengers that are not being kept accountable for their actions. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm not putting a race on this at all, because it's everybody. It's an everybody's issue. It's everything. It's everybody. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And they're just not doing anything about it, and it drives me nuts that they're not. Even if they say they are, but actions speak louder than words. You can talk all you want, but at the end of the day, you need to show it to the people that things are being changed. And right now, things aren't being changed, and it's horrible. And my parents, I was like, if someone did this to a McDonald's worker, things would have been changed immediately. If it was at a bank, things would be changed immediately. Things were happened in a school, things would be changed immediately. But for a city bus driver, a school bus driver, anybody who has a job that's considered a non-importance, a civic duty, whatever you want to call it, nothing has changed. It's like, oh, they deserved it, I guess. No, nobody deserves to get beaten up at their job. Nobody deserves to get stabbed. Nobody deserves to get punched. Nobody deserves to get spit at, throw food at them. Really? No one deserves that. Nobody does.